Morning, my dear viewers. How are you? I hope you are fine today, like as me. Today I have come in front of you with another interesting topic. The title of the topic is shall and should. As you know very well, shall and shoulds are also a part of modal verb. All every modal verb is also a kind of helping verb. Also, it has capacity to construct interrogative sentences and assertive sentences and negative sentences. Also today, as you know, as I explained you before, when we use modal verb, at that time we have to, I think we should not use, I think, any types of singular verb. I think what is singular verb? Singular verb means verb with s and es at the end of it. Even when we use it at the time, we cannot use singular verb. Another one thing is we cannot use verb 1 and 2 after the modal verb. Today we are going to discuss about shall and should. How can we use shall? For what condition, for what tense can we use shall? Even as we know very well, we can use shall for the future tense. So even we know very well for the future tense we have another modal verb which is will. But even there is something difference in the uses between will and shall. Even we can use shall for the we and I. If we see sentence I, if we see subjects I and we, at that time we have to use shall. If we do not see, I think I and we, at that time we can use, then we can use will. Even shall also should. Even we, as we know very well, should, we can use should for the, even for every tense. Even we can use shall even to make, I think, how can I say, to make, even to request, to exhort, to ask, to request something, to suggest. Even as you know very well, should has no power to compel anybody, to force anybody. It has only capacity to advise, to suggest, to request. On the whiteboard I have written 4 examples. I hope by if you watch these 4 examples, you will be able to know how to construct sentences with them. Example number 1. When we shall specialize English at the university next year. We shall specialize English at the university next year. This is a sentence for future tense. This is an assertive sentence. Even we have to use here shall because if we see we and I, at that time we have to use shall. If we see another pronouns, other pronouns, other subject pronoun, at that time we can use will. Even as you know very well, every helping verb has, every modal verb and helping verb has capacity to construct, interrogative sentences. If we need to transform, if you need to transform it into interrogative sentence, at the time we can use shall we specialize English at the university next year. This is interrogative. So if you need to change it into interrogative, now we shall not specialize English at the university next year. We can answer like this. Example number 2. I shall go to the zoo on the next day. I shall go to the zoo on the next day with friends. This is a sentence in assertive. This is also in assertive. This is even also tense in future tense. This is a sentence in future tense. Also, even we can change it into interrogatives. We can transform it into interrogative as well. Even if we need to transform it into interrogative, shall I go to the zoo on the next day with friends? If you would like to answer in positive, yes, I shall go to zoo. I shall go to the zoo on the next day with friends. If we need to transform it into, I think, negative, now I shall not go to the zoo on the next day with my friend. we can answer like example number 3. Even this is should. As we know very well, we can use should just to request, to exhort, to beseech, even to suggest, to advise something. It has no power to force, to compel, to coerce anybody. We should teach our generation. When we should teach our generation, this is somebody come and advise you, somebody come and somebody come and says you, we should teach our generation. If you like, you can teach. If you don't like this teaching job, you can, I think, for example, at that time, you can reject. Also, even we can transform it into interrogative. If we, for example, for the interrogative, should we teach our generation? Should we teach our generation? If you need to answer in positive, yes, we should teach our generation. If you need to answer in negative, no, we should not teach our generation. We can answer in this multiple ways. Example number 4. Even you should struggle for the freedoms. You should struggle for the justice. You should struggle for the independence. This is a sentence in assertive. Even we can transform it into interrogative. When I think, for example, when we need to transform into interrogative. At that time, we have to see the helping verb. We have to bring them at the beginning of the sentence. Even should we struggle for the freedoms? Should we struggle for the justice? Should we struggle for the independence? These are sentences in interrogatives. Even we can change them into, I think, how can I say, into negatives as well. Even we should not struggle for the independence, we should not struggle for the freedoms, we should not struggle for the justice.